Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of the F1 2017 career mode. Obviously, we're 5th because that's where I finished in the first race, so I won't dwell too much over that. Practice that went well, managed to get all the R&D points, which was lovely jubbly. There are concerns about tyre-wise, you can see fuel usage is going to be exactly as we want, so we're alright. Obviously the R&D in the background, obviously I'm saving up to get efficiency for the engine. Anyway, but it's time for the race.
Joining me once again to take you through this race is the effervescent Anthony Davidson, and I'm very much looking forward to it getting underway. You raced here, of course, didn't you, back in your Super Aguri days in that infamous Chinese Grand Prix of 2007?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't last that long though, unfortunately. Qualifying had gone pretty well, but my brakes failed quite early in the race, around lap 10 or 11, something like that. And of course, back in 2004, I was the very first Formula 1 driver to complete a lap of this circuit. Just thought I'd mention that for you, Crofty. You like a good stat. It's a fairly tough circuit on the brakes here, though. You know, it's that long back straight down into turn 14, and then you got turns 6 and 11. They're quite heavy as well. On top of that, managing your front tyre wear is always a challenge around here, so there's a lot to keep in mind during the Grand Prix.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Kimi Raikkonen's perfect lap yesterday sees him start from pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Vettel, Max Verstappen and Ricciardo, Kvyat, Ocon, Perez and Carlos Sainz, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Romain Grosjean and Stroll, Alonso, Massa, Jolyon Palmer and Pascal Wehrlein. Ericsson and a McLaren rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
We won't, don't worry, Jeff. The strategy that's going to be a two-stop quali option, but there is rain coming, so trying to stretch that first set of options is going to be the aim for the race. I know it's time for the formation lap. Obviously, we started them back again because I'm tactically taking power unit penalties very early because the game has got how you apply penalties wrong in the sense of you don't actually have to use all 4 engines before you take penalties. So I'm going to take advantage of that. I shouldn't do, but I will do. So that's just the way it's going to be. Yeah, I'm sorry that I haven't put much frame mode up recently, but we're now going to scare Jeff.
Negative. Stay out. This is the formation lap. We cannot work on the car. There is no reason to come in. Do not box. Negative box.
Yes, I do apologise about that as my Gato glitches there. Thank God it was only on the formation lap. I just haven't had the time recently to be doing the editing for it. Don't worry, this is as far as I've gotten. I haven't progressed the career mode actually behind the scenes further than this episode, so don't worry. What you see here is what I've actually done. So, well, the reason for that is actually, well, you will see what I've only left it 2 episodes recently I've decided to do so anyway. Obviously, I just didn't bother to do any at the time, and now I've decided to use that tactically. But there'll be more about that later. Anyway, obviously, we're starting last here at the Chinese Grand Prix, which is very interesting. At McLaren, in recent, I'm trying to think, when have McLaren won the Chinese Grand Prix? That was 2008 and 2011 with Lewis Hamilton, correct? Jensen could have won it in 2012, but obviously his last pit stop well, he didn't go well, so ended up being in that massive train that Raikkonen was holding up. So Rosberg was let Scott free, so we'll never know what quite happened there. But that's just the way it is sometimes in motorsport. And that's something we'll just have to try and overcome. Let's hopefully we can try and win this race today. It's going to be an ask in the McLaren Honda from last, but of course, if you're not aiming to win, what exactly are you aiming for? So, you know, I will give it my all. You know I always do. I think I'm dwelling too much, so I think it's time to cut to the race start itself. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5! And we are going here for the Chinese Grand Prix. We seem to get an okay launch. That's going to be Max Ericsson straight away off the grid. Well, I've got 10 like a back to front 5 lap challenge. Well, it is a back to front 50% challenge, I guess, in the McLaren Honda. That's Ericsson. Oh, many cars were passing now. 14, 13, 12, 11. You got yellows. We're going to have to hold back. But then we get to it, leave a local take because we do not hold back. So I think we have to let Perez back and now Sainz through. Now Melgato glitches because why not? Then we take Sainz again, and that's back into P10. It was head through turn 5. Now here we go, coming up the hill. As we now go into turn 7, it's now flat out during qualifying at the best of the F1 2017 cars and machine for 2018. That's probably going to be the same. Can't wait for the new season. Now through 8, we got wall of unsteer. Now into 9, which one of my weakest corners on the track, but there appears to be a bit of a train here. Now through 10, we're now going to be eyeing up that forcing as we now head towards the final sector as we cross the beam right now. Now into turn 11. And then into turn 12 we will be going through. Now this is where the Macon Honda is going to be showing its strengths, of course, as we know engine power is what the Macon Honda has in abundance. No. But we're getting an okay run on Perez. We're not actually losing much ground to him. We're actually staying with him just about. I don't know how, but we are just about holding on to him. This is very good. And now into turn 14, we'll be able to have a look. Yes, we're going to dive bomb him. We're going to dive bomb Ricardo as well. That's P8. From P20 on the grid. That fresh McLaren Honda power doing its job, resisting the Merc power and the Tag Heuer branded Renault power. But Ricardo's going to do what he does best, dive bomb back. And that's P8 at the end of the first lap. Perez is going to use that Merc power. Oh, I thought we were going to go free wide there. I think that's Magnussen in the background as well, getting into the scrap. Wow, this is quite a lot of fun as we enter the second lap now. We've entered it. What am I on about? We're now entering turn 3. Oh, wow. Looks like there was some good racing here at last, better than a maximum 5-lap jam, because of course we're having to fight our way through with not an excellent car. Wow, through 5 and now into 6. I'm correcting myself. Now I've got my circuit map up. Whew! Gonna need to calm down here. And we'll be joining the race on lap 6 because, to be honest, absolutely nothing happened. I was just keeping the field behind me at bay. But with this amount of gap for this amount of time, I mean, Perez ended up being the guy behind rather than Ricardo, but there wasn't really a lot for me to say. We were catching Kvyat slowly but surely, I believe. But anyway, into the pits, we're going to finally bin the qualifying tyres. They're quite worn, as you can clearly see, and the power unit is starting to struggle a little bit. What a surprise. It's mainly the engine that's struggling. That's just gone over to 50%. But that's just the way it's going to be. Now, this is going to be an interesting call because, of course, the rain is coming. And yes, it's going to be binning the qualies onto the options and a 2.6 second stop. That's not actually quite bad, is it? That's actually okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. It's not the quickest in the world, but it's quick enough. And now we will be joining the track in P19 out of 20. Only Stroll behind us. And Jeff giving us, you know, the usual patronising message. Love it. Yes, I know about the white line. Jeez, give me a break.
The car in front is 6.6 seconds.
As you can see there, only Verline made a stop of who we managed to overtake, so we're still only in P18, but Kvyat is ahead in P17. He's gone quali to quali, unlike Verline, who's got, and me, who have gone quali option. That'll be an interesting call. Is Kvyat trying to just go as quick as he can before the rain, assuming it comes?
We expect to potentially see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
And tactical place weather forecast there, that I totally had planned for this point.
Okay, car ahead is now running the super soft tyre. That's the super soft on the car ahead.
I kind of just alluded to that, Jeff, but thanks though. Okay, so we'll be getting into positions this lap, going from P18 to P17. Looks like Palmer's going qual to quali as well. It's just Palmer. Clearly, we've made an early stop. I should explain, during the qualifying session, which I didn't show because of our power unit penalties, yes, I did actually end up qualifying 10th, which meant I had to start on the tyres that I'd used in short qualifying, and that was the quali tyre, so I also made sure I got them binned because obviously I'm wary of what happened on my previous career mode. So this lap, we've seen Perez has gone into the primes and managed to get the undercut on him. Same on Ricardo, managed to undercut him. Looks like they're aiming to go to the end on a traditional quali prime strategy. I say traditional, the qualifying tyre is not a traditional tyre, but do excuse me. That's quite curious that they decided to go to the prime tyre, and they're playing it safe. They're going to make sure they get to the wet weather period, whereas we're sort of kind of gambling because we did do an undercut on the quali tyre. Kvyat managed to get away from us for a while, but we seem to be closing in on him. That's through 6, and now we head towards turn 7 right now. I don't know, there was a time where Kvyat was just able to use his quali tyres, but then we seem to be just crawling back to him for whatever reason. I'm assuming that's the crossover of tyre wear and whatnot. It'll just be what it'll be, really. So we're at the end of lap 10, going further into the pit stop sequence. We're low on fuel now, as you can see for the gauge. Ericsson's paid, our teammate Alonso's paid, Grosjean's paid. We've got all the various strategies there. We're seeing quali to quali, quali to prime. Ricardo is now past Grosjean as well. And we can see Ocon. We've managed to catch Ocon. This could give us an opportunity here with Kvyat as well. So out of 4, and now we're going to be applying down the power as I head down through into 5 right here, right now. Here it comes. Now into 6 is going to try and break as late as possible, try and get as close to that Force India and that Toro Rosso as we can. By the way, Toro Rosso, lovely work with the Honda engines, by the way, in 2018. Nonetheless, here we are, 3-7. We're clearly much closer to Kvyat. Here's Ocon has done the trick. Thank you, Esteban. You are the future and always will be, as I keep saying. And now here we are, into 9. Now into 10. We struggle a bit through that complex, but it appears we'll be getting DRS off Kvyat if we can just have a good 11 and 12 as well. Yes, 1.0 something. So we need to make sure this is a good set of corners, otherwise we're going to have no chance. Will Kvyat be able to get Ocon now? We definitely need DRS. We want to try and stay with these two, otherwise we're in trouble. We have noted that Ocon appears to be on the prime tyre. Do we get DRS? Yes, we will be getting DRS, and we're going to be activating it right here, right now. But what about in front of us? Will Kvyat be able to grab Esteban Ocon, or will we have to wait a longer time still? But now here we are breaking into turn 14. It's gone close, but appears that Merc power, despite the quality tyres on Kvyat's car, is keeping Ocon ahead. That Force India is very nippy in a straight line that I have found out from my original, now personal career mode. Anyway, here we are at the exit of turn 16, and that brings us to lap 12. Any more takes into the pits. Magnussen's gone into the prime tyre. No pace to beat with. I was quite worried at this point because I was thinking that I'd lost places with the pit stop sequence, yet alone realising that those are options and primes to start with. We're still going around completing our strategy. C'est la vie, I'm afraid, as, what was it, Chris likes to always talk about? Yes. C'est la vie, yes, it is very true. The best French expression in English language, I think. Apart from, I've forgotten the phrase in French, but when you translate window shopping into English to French and back to English, you actually get window licking. I'll let you think about that one.
5 minutes until rainfall expected. 5 minutes until rain.
Okay, that's particularly curious. The rain is coming very soon. Will we be able to stretch our options far enough? Or will we have to make yet another stop? And what presumably will be the qualifying side, because there'll be no point trying to bottom primes at that point. Ah, well. Anyway, coming up towards the end of lap 12, let's see if we're getting any more positions through the pit stop sequence. Kvyat's staying with Ocon, but he can't seem to pass him. Assuming that's the Mercedes engine keeping Ocon ahead right now. Yes, Hulkenberg has paid, Mass has paid, Sainz Jr. has pitted. I think they're all going option prime, which fair is a sensible strategy at the Shanghai International Circuit, because he eats tyres for breakfast. Or certainly did before the current generation of cars. Let's see what the new tyre rules bring this season. Yes, Kvyat seems to be getting closer to Ocon. He really is keeping him honest, but will he be able to find anywhere to pass, or will he just end up stuck behind him and then do his quali, whatever he's going to do next strategy? The question is, can Kvyat extend those qualies to the rain and make a free pit stop there, or will he have to make yet another stop? Only time will tell on that one, guys, I'm afraid.
Looks like rain is inbound, and we're expecting it in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes until the rain.
The forecast is staying consistent for the moment. The rain is only about 5 minutes away. It'll be eking in close, but it appears that Ocon and Kvyat are finally side by side with each other. And Kvyat's going an inside of Ocon through 3, and now as the exit 4. Yes, it appears that Kvyat has finally managed to get ahead of Ocon. Will Ocon be able to make his way past by again? Or will he have to settle for P7 from now on his prime tyres while Kvyat scoots his way on his qualies? Yes, it appears for now Ocon's just going to have to accept his fate and just keep his primes going. Kvyat on his strategy is probably not going to be with him at the end, but you never know. You never know. It appears that I've also been narrating over the fact that the weather's going to be changing even sooner than we just got told. So it looks like it's only a couple of minutes away, but who knows? Time will tell on the rain. I should stop saying time will tell, shouldn't I? But here we are, lap 15 pace. Verstappen has gotten into the mix through a pit stop, I would imagine. Perhaps he's got damage, if I actually remember, because he's very, very slow. I mean, Kvyat's managed to pass him. Now Ocon looks like he's about to pass him. Reigniting our Euro Formula 3 rivalry. Now we've got yellow flags for some particular reason. Now we're going to be activating DRS. Appears we're going to get a huge lead stream. We're going to pass Verstappen, but we're also going to pass Ocon. Oh, Sergio Perez is out the race. Oh, I have to just hold back there for a second. So it appears we've got a former safety car. Yes, it's the actual safety car itself, which is quite an interesting twist, and we're going to be making a decision to make a pit stop straight away. And because the rain is about to come, no, we're actually going to go into a second set of options. We're not going to get engaged with the weather. We're actually going to just put on a second set of tyres, and yes, it is starting to rain just a little bit unless I'm going very, very blind. But it's too early for inters, and also we don't know how long the safety car's going to be, and we don't know how the weather pattern's going to emerge. So we're going to play it safe, option to option.
Go now.
And now here we have a tie which should get to the end if it stays dry, and if it doesn't, well, it's a quick enough tyre without gambling on the qualities. But there we are, here we go. Leaving the pits now in P16. We're behind Alonso, who is on the prime. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit depressing if things don't work out for us. Yes, but we do have the rain in 10 minutes. Yes, it is currently raining. So should we have gone on the inters? Well, possibly so. Indeed, we decided to put on the inters after all. We probably should have done it in hindsight before, but it is what it is. No point dwelling on it. In this pitch we got. By the way, this safety car is helping us with a fuel now, a quarter of a lap above target, which is very good for us. So yes, a second set of options. That didn't last very long, did it? Just the one safety car lap. Anyway, into the pits. It's off go the options, on go the intermediates, and away we go. This probably will be the final stop of the race, but it will depend on the heavy rainfall and how heavily it rains, because you never know, we may not actually need the full wets. Will we need wets? Well, we'll find out. We've only lost a place to their lining now, so actually it's not worked out that badly. Ericsson's also coming for inters behind us, so maybe we're onto something I don't know, but as you can see in the bottom of the minimap, we're about 3/4 of a lap away from the safety car gaggle, so we are going to have to get a move on and try and ensure that we also do catch the safety car gaggle. Otherwise, what was the point of gambling? We noticed cars in front of us have actually decided to put on the inters as well, so it appears that actually the gamble's not going to work out after all. Yes, we managed to just pass Hulkenberg just before the safety car line, but we're behind Sainz Jr., which is not really ideal as we go into the grass! And that's a place at Hulkenberg that we've lost, but apparently we're allowed to regain. I wouldn't say that overtake that Hulkenberg did was actually illegal. I'd say that was perfectly legal, but if he's going to say we can pass him, then obviously we're going to pass him as soon as we can get enough grip and power to pass him after all. Yeah, passing him taking a lot longer than I thought. Past safety car. No, it's actually decided that we now have to stay behind him. Fair. Us firing love and warm. I definitely would have done the same as he did, so I'm not going to complain too much there. The pace of this race is getting a little bit bitty and out of control for us, which is immensely frustrating, but you never know. He's still going a little bit better than our original career mode, but at least we've not had a punch yet by extending qualities too far. There is some silver lining under the cloud, after all. Things are falling apart for Red Bull. It's now Daniel Ricciardo has retired from the race, as well as Verstappen having problems. Christian Horner was probably not going to be very happy in that pit wall, I don't imagine. And there's more pit stops going on, and that's now up to P12, but still, it's still a far cry from the P8 we were before the safety car sequence. We only have ourselves to blame. Trying to guess the weather and not guessing the weather. Kind of our own fault, really.
In this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the first safety car line. Stay in position until the green flags.
So the safety car is coming in, but we're still on going through turn 8, now into 9, where the gaggle has barely got about a dozen cars in. That's quite concerning. So you'd think that the gaggle would be trying to stay with the safety car as much as they could rather than back the pack up and get more cars involved. You surely as leader want to be trying to go like go, follow safety car as close as you can, but apparently not. This is going to be interesting. We'll be able to make the back of the gaggle. Looks like we just might be able to make the back of the gaggle for the restart. It's quite crucial that we do, otherwise that's our race going to pot. Yes, it appears we're going to be okay now, so look at the bottom of that. We're going to be okay. Back gunners. Some of the absolute tail enders may be struggling, maybe like people like Ericsson. But other than that, no, it's fine, right. So it's time to get ready for the first restart of the Chinese Grand Prix. What will happen? We'll be able to make a move. Oh, well, things got half the run for us. Let's have a look. As we now go through 14. Ready to restart any point. And we're going out. Yes, and the pins are going to go green right now. Here we are for the Chinese Grand Prix. We're going to try and overtake Hulkenberg into the final corner already. Very opportunist. That's already P11. Oh, swerving on the exit, trying to pull the pound down when he can. And now in the slipstream of Carlos Sainz Jr. Pins are going to already trying to put ourselves back to the point. Here we are. He swerves and we go towards the inside. We're not going to be returned by this. We have a little bit of a slam. Ooh, that's P10 for us. What a way to introduce ourselves back into the point. Wow. And there appears to be a gaggle in front of us as well. We're going to be starting with Felipe Massa, and I think there's a Haas of Kevin Magnussen in front of us. If not, I'm very badly mistaken. I'm very so sorry for wasting your time. Anyway, 3-5, and now into turn 6. Hard under braking. Yeah, we're catching up. Oh, we're going to get Massa just suddenly out of nowhere. That's incredible.
You coping okay
That's
in this weather?
P9.
We're watching the amount of standing water on the road. For now, we think it's safe to stay with the Inter.
Yes, Jeff, I'm clearly coping okay. I've just made 3 overtakes within just over a sector. Calm down, all is well, Jeff. You don't know what's good for you or bad for you. Anyway, it's Kevin Magnussen next to go back to our original P8 of where we were. Because we've got a very good car in this weather. The McLaren Honda being an underpowered car with a decent chassis. Yeah, we should be okay in this weather. Okay. Oh, Gato's glitch. See, you've missed the move I made in Kevin Magnussen, which was a good move. Fantastic move, but you'll never ever know because of my bloody Elgato. I was excited for my Elgato, and it is brilliant, but come on, don't glitch. Maybe my PC, PC's a little bit slack. New game PC, good, but it might be a little bit slack at times. Ah, well. Anyway, less about my equipment and more about the fact that we've got Esteban Ocon and Max Verstappen, who appears to be slightly recovering, but still appears to be even worse because he's very slow. You wouldn't expect to force Indians to be keeping up with the Red Bull in these conditions, particularly the conditions the Red Bull is made for. A weirdly defensive fly for Ocon through the final corner. That's putting us right in the back of it, and we just take him on pure traction alone. For that Merc power and the slipstream he will kick in. Yes, Verstappen is very slow. Verstappen appears to have the problem, because we've just managed to just galloping like hell, and then now we're going to be going 3 wide. Yes, 3 wide. He's moving to turn 2. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, what a way to make us way up to P6. Kvyat's in P5. Looks like Kvyat's had a very good run so far. And I just had to have a look at the replay here. I mean, just look at this. Woo-hoo-hoo. Super duper. Even had to take a photo of it for the thumbnail of the actual video. So yes, you've seen all my secrets now, lads. All my secrets. Ooh, spooky. Okay, eventually I managed to catch Kvyat in the conditions. The McLaren Honda was working very, very well, and of course, the conditions are very good for the players. So here we are into turn 14. We appear to have to make a move that we weren't expecting to move. I managed to just dive in front of him. I think they call it the slide job in America on oval racing. And we so much applied that to Formula 1. Okay, interesting. But there you are, that's P5 for us. And the next target is after us. In fact, I think the cars in front of us are the Mercs and the Ferraris. So I think we can forget that one, can't we? As it happens, we do lose Ocon out the race, which is a shame because Ocon was driving very well. He was having a very good scrap with his old Euro 3 sparring partner, but clearly just wasn't meant to be. That's quite gutting for him. He was driving very well. C'est la vie, as they say in French. I'm sure that's what I was thinking exactly when he pulled over and retired. Who knows? Anyway, guys, the heavy rains have come. We have cut to the finish because literally nothing happened from my point for the rest of the race. Yes, it appears that the Finns were swapping places. Hamilton wins the Chinese Grand Prix. Congratulations to him. It's replicated what I've done in real life. We're replicating every victory in real life so far. Going to be P5 for us here at the McLaren Honda at the Chinese Grand Prix. Having sighting at the back. Can I just say, wow, that's a very solid performance. That's going to put us in good stead for the rest of the season because the championship targets will be pitiful, and this will just enable us to achieve our targets without doing much. Excellent. We're fifth after having 2 fifth places. It does seem quite logical, so I'll leave it there. But I suspect that at the end of the year, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Ocon would probably have caught us. That remains to be seen. In the constructors, yeah, that's not so bad actually. I wouldn't take it so glad that we're going to finish 4th or be anywhere close to Red Bull. Very much doubt so. Only 1 point at the moment, but I suspect that Force India will probably catch us eventually. Maybe Toro Rosso, maybe Haas. Probably Williams. I can't see Williams scoring no points for a while. On to that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. I shall see you soon. Bye bye.